So you've made it out of the basement from Habe Sanatorium, running from the collapse. Your mind's racing. What did all this mean? What did this ghoul mean? You didn't really get a chance to talk to him.
Yeah, I know.
Do you regret not talking to him sooner?
I do. I do.
Well, you have no way back through the basement. It's collapsed. You don't even know if the guards made it out of the building. You don't even know how many of them were there. But you have no choice but to go back through Wisher's Will. Unless you go right. Or continue further past Wisher's Will.
Yeah. Okay. So, this symbol that was on this wall,
Mm-hmm.
means something to me. I just don't know exactly what.
Mm-hmm. You'd say that, sure.
That was on Habe's wall. Habe had people working for him that was in the cult. That doesn't mean Habe was in the cult. That could also mean the cult was trying to get closer to Habe.
True. It's a good way to read between the lines.
And maybe Habe didn't know. Maybe he did.
Well, you did find a bunch of notes. So.
Yes. And I didn't read anything about gods or anything like that. Whenever I read the notes.
I guess I should throw this out there. You did realize that this ghoul, now that you talked to him and he was by himself, you realized he had pieces of his skin missing.
Okay.
Like they were almost
So-
cut in perfect
so
square
he's-
patches.
He's the ghoul. They were cutting skin off of to patch on other people.
Mm-hmm.
Is what was going on.
That way you can make that connection there between him and the where we're at.
That's why he went like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was showing me his skin was
Yeah.
missing. Blessed. I get that now. There's not a boat or anything down here in this dock.
Nope, there you can see where it was tied, where a boat was moored up. You know, there's like a little stalagmite, and they had a rope tie around it, and the rope's just kind of off into the water. Maybe somebody tied Habe up and threw him in there, and he's out the end of the rope.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
No, there's nothing there.
How long does fly last?
Not long.
10 minutes.
So, what is your next move?
Is there a barrel or anything?
A what?
A barrel or anything?
No. You gonna go down the river on a barrel?
Yeah, I was.
No, there is not. I hate to tell you that, but there is not. Ow.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back toward, I'm gonna go back toward, the well.
Alright, go up the well or past it?
Past.
How far?
I'll go as far as my spell lets me, so another 30 minutes, or stop before that if it does.
No, you're good. Eventually, this river starts to widen out some, and you get patches of white stone here and there, and eventually it gives way to nothing but white stone. And you realize that you're in the Devil's Platter.
Okay.
And as this thing winds out, as you're looking forward, you realize this is almost like a lake underneath here. I mean, it comes to the point where you just see infinite blackness everywhere.
Okay.
And that's not that far from Wisher's Well. I mean, you make it there in maybe 6-7 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even a mile from where you're
Not
at.
far at all.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's just complete.
Mm-hmm. Opens right up underneath this giant section of white stone. Well, basically, it's like a giant plateau.
You know. 8 to perception. Do I hear anything besides running water?
Mm-mm. Not even running water because it just flows. But it's just quiet. Roll me an inside. You can't help but feel, with as wide as this is, and realizing that it's wide and it's just this black, cold, still water, and it's so quiet. You can't help but feel that you're on the ocean. And then your mind starts to wonder, and you think about when it was rolling and boiling, and the woman and the trolls come out, and you feel that something's watching you. Not sure what.
That's uncomfortable.
You're not sure where, but you feel it. It's like a quote, sometimes when you stare into the abyss,
It stares back.
it stares back. That was my quote in my senior year in our book, our yearbook. It's the only yearbook I have. Didn't even have a reason to. This gave it to me, so going back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Up the well.
up the well. So what are you doing? What is your next move? You've got a little insight here. This ghoul obviously knew something.
Yeah. So does that man. So does
What man?
Boulder or
Oh,
Broder.
Rotor Quint.
Yeah. What do you call him? The eater of
He who gnaws.
he who gnaws, yeah. Oh, because he's the god of ghouls, basically.
Mhm. Nope.
I'm gonna go back to town. I'm gonna see if the sheriff's men made it out.
Yes, they did. As you get back in town, you get to the gates. The guard tells you, "We've been looking for you. Where have you been?"
Making my way out of the fire.
Sheriff's been looking for you.
I'll go find him.
It'll take you long to find you. You're a very wanted man right now. And the sheriff tells you, "Why didn't you tell me you were going back?
I talked to.
You got something to hide?"
No, you were already there.
We didn't know you were there.
I came the back way through the well.
It'd been nice to know.
That I was coming.
My men might have never went down there. I mean, they come down there. They heard somebody. You had talked about what was there. They seen you.
Those things needed to be dead. Those things I was worried was going to be the plague, basically, of this area. And I have dealt with things like that before. I was worried for your men that it would have been bad for them.
He says, and I appreciate that.
I wanted to make sure they were dead.
I'm glad that you're looking out for our small community standpoint. He's like, but you speak of a plague, and it seems like nothing but trouble's come up since you've been here. Almost like you're a plague yourself. And he's like, now, as I said before, now I'm really worried what's going to happen once you leave.
Is it better for me to stay or go if I'm plagued?
I don't make that decision. I'm already going to double the watch. He said, the thing is, I can't watch all them people out there that live on their own. And people that can't defend themselves. And then if they become more about what my men had seen, then what? For every one person here in town, there's at least one or two people out there.
In the farming communities.
And that's just spreading to us. What if the goblins catch it? What if the trolls catch it?
The giants.
He said, I can only hope that they'll run.
I'll ask him, do you think that this red blood mist has anything to do with anything like this?
He said, based on what we have heard from Helen, who's the only person left that has seen it, it would make a lot of sense. Maybe the mist created these things. And if it's still roaming out there, who says it's not going to create even more? And obviously, Habe's not around to put him in a cage. He's like, I had a feeling we find Habe, we stop the blood fog.
I agree with that. I think that Habe was, basically the town was delivering his specimens to him.
And I wish we could have seen that sooner.
And I mean, I don't say that in a biting manner at all.
Oh no, he understands they were being duped.
Yeah. Like I'm not like ha ha ha, you got fucked. You know
No,
what I
he's
mean?
very glad that you have. He hates that this is happening, but he's very glad that it happened. He's just worried about how it's going to turn out because he feels that it's not over.
I can stay and help. My plan was to go. I can stay and help since I have dealt with things like this before. There's still things I want to know.
So then what are those?
I think this is tied to the cult that was in my city.
You had a cult in your city, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about this cult.
Me and some of the people there in the Arcane Eye and the ciphers were able to put them down.
When you think maybe this is what's caused this, your cult has defected here?
The one that the tiefling that worked for Habe wore the necklace of the cult, and there was another man that wore the necklace of the cult. I didn't see one on Habe.
So you got rid of issues in your town and they just moved here. He said, so maybe you should be obligated to stay.
I don't know how long they've been here. There was also one in 4 other cities. There's only 3 left. I had nothing to do with the other one, that one was downfall. And your town is one of the ones.
He said, okay, well, where's the others? Why didn't you tell me this earlier? I don't like things being hidden.
I understand.
And you're giving me a lot of reasons not to trust you.
I understand.
He said, do you?
For the same reason that I didn't ride my horse. It's for the same reason that I left the troll on the boat. It's for the same reason I wanted your community to feel safe. I didn't want panic in the streets. I said, but with Habe getting away, I think if I could have stopped him, I think it could have stopped a lot of your problems. With Habe getting away, I think it is very good if I do stay, if you do double watch, I can help. You will not like the way I help. Your people will not like the way I help.
I said, well, kind of indifferent on what you've done so far. I don't like it, but obviously it needed to be done. So don't you think if maybe you would have came here openly with these reasons that we could have done this together, and Habe's building wasn't to burn, could have caught Habe?
I was not aware that it was happening in Habe's. I went there because of the fog and the people there.
Happy accident.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
I'll show him the necklace. And I'll show him the other two that I have. I'll say,
Never seen him.
I'll say these are what they wear. I'll say, and I'll give them one. Show those to your men. That's what they're after right now.
All right. You got two. I got two gates. I'll make sure everybody that comes through is checked and make sure that they don't have these on.
That's good.
I guess maybe we should do a thorough investigation through town to make sure no one has these.
That's good.
Says, do you realize the type of uproar that would cause?
Yes. I think that with what Habe was working on is more potent than what I've seen in my town. This is basically now a virus.
I have too many people here for a virus.
Yes. Do you want me to do what I can for the people in the outlying? I will tell him that, like the troll, I can have things watching, because you can basically, the way you do it is you can tell these undead to fight a certain type of thing or anything or anybody but me, you know what I mean? And I can basically say, like, if they see a ghoul, attack it.
I don't know how people would feel about that.
I don't either. That's the reason I'm talking to you now. No more secrets, buddy. I don't have to.
Let's go talk to Kendra, see what the mayor has to say.
And her paladin friend.
That's a decision she'll have to make.
Okay. This is gonna really make the paladin not like me.
It's evening by now.
Yeah.
You're easily at dusk.
Yeah.
Talk to Kendra. You have to go to her house. She's not even at the office. And you guys go over this. She tells you absolutely not.
Okay.
But Hemlock, though, the Bellower, he's like, but you have to understand what he's talking about. You know, we don't have enough people.
I said, my people don't sleep, don't eat, they won't stop.
And she asked, where are you going to get these people?
The easiest way to do it would be the graveyard.
And they both look at you. We can't do that to our people. This is not real.
I understand.
You will be desecrating people's loved ones.
I know.
How would you feel if someone took your parents and turned them into zombies and let them walk around?
I don't have parents.
I was waiting for you to say that. I set that up to see what you'd say.
I don't.
They just look at you odd.
Here's how I'll answer that. I don't have the curse of having somebody that I am that emotionally involved in. I've never had to make a decision like that and probably never will.
She's like, all right. And how long would they have to stay around? Who says you catch Habe? Who says you stop this? How am I going to know how long these need are? I mean, what do? They just dig themselves up and then bury themselves back when this is all over?
Yeah, I can do that.
She just looks at you like, what the fuck?
Does she know about my horse and shit like that? Like, does she know what I am?
No.
Like, I'm basically coming out and telling these people, I'm a fucking necromancer.
They're gathering.
I am a necromancer. I am...
Like I said, Hemlock is very indifferent about it. He understands why. But her, she has to think about the community and feelings.
And
he has to worry about protecting the community.
I understand that. And I'm about protecting. That's. I'm a lot like Dr. Doom.
Yes, I've realized that.
I'll do whatever the fuck is necessary to keep people safe. That's kind of the reason I'm the judge.
Roll me a persuasion. This is gonna be pretty difficult.
Ah, fuck. That is fucking 17.
On the hard, it's a 20.
Yeah, I know. I figured that was.
I
rolled really low.
I mean, like, you realize that she really understands that you need the protection, but she will not she will not have citizens in an uproar while worrying about some outside threat. Because then you fight a threat on the inside and the outside.
Do you know of how can I say, I guess, another source of bodies?
Who killed a bunch of goblins?
I mean, you want my troll to be patrolling around? I got one already.
Yeah, because he's still motionless on that boat.
He's just standing there.
They don't even like the troll. You cannot get her to budge off of it.
Okay, that's fine. Listen, I wanted to throw it out there.
But she does now understand that there needs to be protection for Sandpoint if this was to happen. She tells you, we need to find Habe before this even happens.
I agree.
And you're agreeing to stay to help this be done.
I will stay. This aligns very deeply with the thing I was here for.
And how long do you think it'll take to find Habe?
Not a clue.
And that's the problem.
I don't know. When he ran down out of his basement, I don't know which way he went. I went all the way to the left, and it opened up to what I would assume to be underneath the Devil's Platter.
And Hemlock tells you there's bugbears that worship demons there, and things far worse.
And I will tell him that I did not go right. I have no idea what's to the right.
Well, then let's go right.
Let's go right. Bring a boat and some men to paddle. We're going against the current.
He kind of he looks at Kendra, and she looks at him like she does not like the idea where this is going. It's like, how many men are we going to need? There's not a lot of guards in Sandpoint. Sandpoint's a very small place.
I'll go.
Hey, look, Sandpoint. Hey, look, there's Kendra. Sandpoint. Very small place. She tells you, I don't want to spare the men.
I think they should be here.
She's like, there are mercenaries, adventurers looking for treasure out in these areas. Surely you can find one or two people enough to go on what is probably a suicide mission. She's like, I would suggest checking the taverns.
I can go there.
She kind of shakes her head, takes a deep breath. She's like, you could probably even find me at the Pixie's Kitten. And she kind of looks for herself, God, I can't believe I just said that. She was like, surely with a man of your wealth, you could find men to go with you. I mean, if need be, I will help with the coinage to get men out there with you.
Sometimes with the right amount of speaking and the right words said, maybe I can persuade them to go in hopes of taking whatever they find.
She's like,
I'm not in this as a treasure hunt.
and well, hopefully that will work. When are you leaving?
Let me sleep tonight.
Alright.
I'm going to be half of what I normally am if I leave tonight.
Alright, so are you going to try to find men tonight?
Yes, I will try to find men tonight.
Okay, where are you going to go?
I'm going to go to the tavern.
The Rusty Dragon Inn?
Sure.
Okay.
Because that's where every other D&D/Pathfinder adventure starts.
That's where Sarah Red and her men were going to.
Good. I'll tell
That's
Sarah
where
Red.
that's where they were staying at.
I'll tell Sarah Red she's leaving without me.
She says, surely you're still paying me.
Yes.
It's like, it's all that matters. What are you staying for?
What brought me here is taking a lot longer than I thought to take care of. I thought this would be a meet and greet. This turned into bloodshed.
And you see her and her men are sitting there. She's got a new guy with her. You know Clay Matthews from Green Bay Packers?
Yeah.
So this guy kind of looks like.
Okay.
Big old blonde-headed dude. Short, stubby beard, and he's new to their crew. And you need some help, obviously.
I will need some. That's why I'm here, to try to talk somebody into coming with.
It's kind of funny. You notice this guy just kind of looking at you hard.
Okay.
She's like slaps on her shoulder. I think I got somebody that's going to help you. They're probably more than willing to help you.
I look at him.
And he's just kind of looking at you like up and down. He says, this is him? She says, oh yeah, it's him, I promise you. If I know he's him more than anybody else, I'd be surprised. And I can't see it.
I'll say, see what?
Why would my dad work with a guy like you?
Who's your dad?
Saul.
Saul. I'll say Saul was a great man.
The dead man.
He is.
And by rumors, I hear that it's your fault.
Not mine. I'll say a person I know.
It says, Kamarki.
No.
I mean, he's the reason I ran. I wanted to stay. Father wouldn't let me. He'd already killed the rest of us.
It wasn't Cromartie.
I just want you to know, I shit you not. Pork Van Castle.
I'll be damn. That is awesome. I'll say me and your dad. From what little time I met him, he earned my respect. I like to say that I earned his. I had big plans for him to make sure that Cromartie was put down, and your dad came back into power.
And I see who came into power, and I see who's not here.
Your
He's
dad.
very bitter.
Yeah.
You know, I was there for a while. I was getting a letter from him years ago about how he was going to take it back. And he was pretty confident. Found him a business partner, some woman, reopened the Golden Goblin. Things are turning out well.
Mm-hmm.
And said he knew a guy, an orc. Now, I never believed him siding up with an orc, but here you are. I even have him.
That's it. That's cool. That's pretty neat.
You know, when I decided I was going to do this, I stumbled upon that, and I'm like, holy shit, that is his kid.
Yeah.
So, tells you, well, if my dad trusted you, I guess I'm going to have to trust you.
I'll tell him. I don't know where he went, but I can tell you who took his life.
And who would that be?
His name was Durzub.
And who's this Durza?
He is a dwarf that hangs out with 4
Got a
orcs.
monster manual in your box?
No, Joe is my monster manual.
Go ahead.
He is a dwarf that hangs out with 4 orcs. From what I could gather from him, he is insane.
And you do not want to fight him.
And he is the cause. He alone is the cause of, if you have heard of the Massacre's Island.
Said, I remember when we used to live on Massacre's Island. Back when it wasn't called any of that.
Yeah.
Says, you know where he is?
I do not. Last I heard, he got his brothers a boat and went north.
So, he's the reason you beat Cromartie then.
He paved the way for the people that are in charge now.
So, you knew him.
Yeah.
Why did you let it happen?
At that time, all orcs were being incarcerated, and I was incarcerated. If I would
What's
have...
your pass? Your passive's an 18?
Yes.
You notice he has slowly put his hand on a dagger on his belt.
Okay.
I mean, he's not liking a lot of what he's hearing.
This came about after a murder in town, and everyone said it was an orc that did it. All orcs were being prosecuted. I was taken into custody. I can promise you, with everything that I have ever owned or will own, that I would have stood beside your father and protected him with everything that I had. And that is the truth.
Roll me persuasion.
Okay. 22.
That will be the 20 DC of hard. Says, well, guess I have no choice but to trust you. You did do what my father said you were going to do, and you just couldn't bring him with you.
I wanted to.
I believe you. Lady Sarah here has talked much about what you've done in your report.
I can't do that because I can't find music on your iPhone.
Oh, I try to get music on my iPhone. That's weird. I didn't even touch my phone.
No, I know.
That's crazy. It's haunted. Anyways.
You better.
Yeah,
You better
stop.
Stay normal.
He's like, so how do I get in
To
this thrice thorn crown?
one of the thorns have to be taken out. If you have a thrice thorn crown, one thorn's gone. We got to replace it with another.
If I help you, you'll help me.
if you let me pick the thorn we remove.
Fair enough. Lady, Sarah Red's like, work, I hope you know what you're getting yourself into. And he's like, if it gets me closer to the guy that murdered my father, and I can do what he wanted to do, said then I don't care.
I'll tell him when this is done, if we make it back, we can go find him. I've thought about it several times. I just have no idea where to look.
He said, he starts laughing. He says, me and you, if the rumors are true, if he took on almost all of Cromartie's men by himself, I would assume it would take me and you and all of Sandpoint to take him on.
Cromartie's men had great numbers, but little skill.
But still,
I understand what you're saying.
they say he murdered 100 men that night.
You may have. In one, I can't say round.
It was a long time.
In
Because he fought some, and then he ran to the building.
Yeah, I know.
They chased him.
No. What I was gonna say is, in less than a minute, I could do the same, given the chance.
Says, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yes,
He
dude.
said, so what are we doing?
We are going to, if anybody takes the bait, we're going to find another, and we're going to more than likely head out to this enormous well, what they call a well, and we are going to find an underground river and see where it heads, see where it leads.
He kind of looks around. He says, I'm going to assume no one else is going to go. Not with what everybody's been talking about today. He said, but that's why I'm here. I'm hoping you can do for me what you did for Saul. He said, I can't get revenge for my family for what Cromartie did. He's gone. He's like, but if I can take the seat of power that my father wanted, if I can get revenge for my father's death, then I can die a happy man.
Like I told your dad, I will do what I can, everything I can to make sure that happens. I'll ask him, do you have the same taste as your dad? And I pull out my water skin, which is not filled with water. It's filled with some of the best brandy that there is. It's pretty much what Saul introduced me to, and I've drank it ever since.
And
I'm going to pour me a glass, and I'll offer it up.
He'll take one. He looks at Sarah and he says, I also have the same taste in women. And she just kind of looks at him and tells him, no chance.
You tried.
He says, much like my dad, I can pay for it. And he goes to give you a cheers.
Tink.
So, have a couple drinks with him.
I tell him I have to get rest. You should too. I don't know what this will bring. It's been a shitstorm since I started. I'm not going to lie to you.
He tells you, so you're saying there's a chance we're going to die.
Yeah. There's a chance. Listen, your dad knew this also. There's a chance. That's the reason I actually left him behind. I didn't want him to come with me. Most of what I do is pretty dangerous.
He said, well, you are from Riddleport.
Mm-hmm.
He says, where do we meet?
I'm usually up before the sun touches the sky. I'm ready to roll up, and then there's one more thing I got to take care of tonight before I go.
He says, I do too, and if she's not going to help me, I guess I'll have to find it somewhere else.
Yeah, you probably should.
Says, I'll meet you at the gate in the morning.
Okay.
I'll get us a boat.
That's good.
So he's going to get the rest of it, and he's going to the Pixie's Gate.
Yep.
Alright, so what else do you need to take care of?
That boy not leaving tomorrow.
A little bit sad.
I know, you were pissed.
And it's like in the evening too.
I know.
So you're gonna go.
How late? Are we talking like?
It's not that much late. We talked to the sheriff. And heard it was about 6. So you talked to them for a while. You did this, so we'll just say it's about 7:30.
Okay. I hate to do it this late. I reluctantly head to the school.
Yeah, because he's getting dinner's done. He's getting ready to put these kids to bed. You go knock on the door. It opens up. There's a sergeant. He says, "I should have known it would be you this late in the evening. I'll fetch the boy."
I say, wait. I explain my situation to him, that I've got business to take care of, and right now I'm actually kind of working with the city. I'm going to say, and I'm going to tell him I may not come back. If I do, I still want to follow through with our deal.
And how should we explain this to the boy? Because I would do no such thing. Because here's the thing. You break his heart, I have to deal with it.
I know.
If I tell him, that makes it much worse on myself.
I will explain to him that the city needs help, and he was talking about heroes and fighting monsters and things like that, and that's what has to be done right now. And I will tell him that I have to do that.
Says, it's funny you fancy yourself a hero, but yet, with some of the things I've heard today, it would seem you may be. Ugh. He says, I thought so myself.
I know this. I'm not looking very lawful evil right now.
No, not at all.
But I keep telling myself a lot of my goals are aligning with this.
Yeah, it's very true. He says, it tells you, I will fetch Errol. Tell the boy yourself.
I will. I won't keep him up late. I know you've got bedtimes and things like that.
Mm-hmm. I have my own studies.
Yes.
He says, I can smell the drink on your breath. I can throw it on myself.
Mm-hmm. I offer him what I have. It's very high quality.
And he says, you may want to drink before your own demise. But he'll go fetch the boy.
Is there like some chairs or like a table or something outside? I won't go inside and do all this. I'll just kind of sit out there with him if there is. If not, I will go inside.
No, there's nothing outside.
Okay.
I mean, he'll bring him to the door.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just want to sit him down, you know.
There's steps.
Okay, well, that's fine. Well, buddy, I gotta go.
Well, buddy, I got to go.
I mean, I try to spin this as heroic as I can. You know what I mean? Like, he was talking about being heroes, like heroes and fighting monsters and this and that. And I'm going to try to explain this is something that has to be done, possibly save the city, you know. 20 on like a persuasion, not a persuasion, but like a, what would be the right word?
Well, persuasion's what you want.
Okay,
Deception is what you need.
well, it's the same either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same either way.
You're trying to spin it as it's a good thing.
Yes, I am. So he's not mad that I'm going.
Yes. What'd you get?
20.
It's enough to make him believe it. Because I was going to make you roll this because you're upsetting. He says, are you coming back?
I plan on it.
He says, well, I don't want to wait till Grandel will come back till I can leave. I'm ready to leave.
I am too, bud. I'm ready to leave too.
He said, because if I don't leave tomorrow, they're going to beat me up. I done told them I was leaving them behind. And they laughed at me. Told me I was going nowhere. He even tried telling me you were going to eat me. Well, you're half orc, you know.
Yeah. Burned up mess of a half orc.
Told me you're gonna take me to your fancy kitchen and make me think you're gonna feed me. No, you're putting me in an oven with an apple in my mouth.
I'll say I've heard that tale also. That's just a tale they say to scare kids.
He's like, but you're not coming back, are you?
Plan on it. I really do.
I know you plan on it, but it's just kind of how he sees it.
Yeah, I know.
You just met this kid like
3 days ago.
3 days ago. They're like, I'm taking you away. Hey, I gotta wait a little while.
If I didn't, if I don't do what I need to, if I don't do this, I think that Sandpoint would suffer. All of Sandpoint would suffer. I don't think it would stop there. I think it would keep spreading and eventually make it to where we are. And I think by that point, I wouldn't be able to protect you.
But you have a boat and a
Yes.
captain.
Yes.
We can live on the sea. It can't get us on the sea. We can leave now.
He's thinking exactly like every other person in the zombie apocalypse thinks.
Right. You know, if we leave now, then it's not going to get us. I hope it gets these people, these kids. Mean.
I know you think that.
Wait. If this gets them, can I stab them?
Yeah.
And he gets he's like, oh. So it wouldn't be a bad thing if it happened.
There would not. How many kids are here? 10?
Oh man, there may be like 20, 25 kids.
I
It's an
would-
orphanage.
I would say it wouldn't be just these 25 kids that are here. It would be everyone in this town would be a bad guy.
But nobody in this town cares about me.
But then at this point they would, because they would want you to die. And they would all be looking for you. If I don't stop it now, that's what's going to happen.
I think I'll be fine. If you can't protect me, the Dark Lady will.
Like in dreams?
She comes sees me at night.
In dreams.
At night,
What kind of what happens at night when she sees you?
she just watches me. Tells me everything's gonna be fine. Sometimes, when kids are mean to me, so things will fly around like a book or block, and it scares them.
Yeah.
But I know it's her. She does it so they'll leave me alone.
And it's not just me that is looking after you. I say that trying to make him feel better, but I am now not real easy about that.
Do you know her?
However,
She said you did.
yeah.
She told me to go with you. Is she your mom?
Possibly. I don't know my mom and dad. I'm a lot like you.
You're prettier than her.
What does she look like?
She's ugly. Old. Her hair is gray. She's very wrinkly. But even though you're prettier, you're still kind of ugly.
Yeah, it's true. I am.
But
Oh.
she comes to me every once in a while. She tells me I have to get away from here.
You do.
And I don't know why. And I thought that's why Grendel came.
Like I said, this needs I think this needs to be taken care of. And then when I'm back, because Grandel shouldn't be back for a couple months, I will be done way before then. And like the Dark Lady said, you can come with me.
I hope so. Do you think she'll come see me when I leave?
It's very possible.
Does she come see you?
Have I seen visions of her? I can't remember.
Wes did.
Yeah, I know Wes did.
And Wes was telling you about it.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a vision of her though.
He's talked about it.
Yeah. I'll tell him that I have never. I haven't been visited by her. You are the second person.
Someone else has seen her?
Yep. A friend of mine. Back in Riddleport.
Is that why you're here?
I am not here because of the Dark Lady. I don't think.
But she said she knew you. But you've never met her?
Mm.
Do you even sleep?
I do.
But that's when she comes. And she's never came when you were asleep?
No, not to me. That's when she comes to my friend also.
You can tell now he's really thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Can I meet your friend?
Yeah.
Then we should just go.
I can't.
But you can. You have a ship and a
And
captain
I won't be here when that ship is going to go.
and that troll
Mm-hmm.
snuck off and seen him.
It's pretty neat, isn't he?
He's scary.
He helps protect me and people that are with me.
So I can go sleep on the boat and he'll protect me.
Yeah, he actually would.
And I'm going to sneak out tonight and go sleep on the boat.
I think that would be a bad idea because you weren't with me when I came here, and his instructions are to protect the boat. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how you will react.
He will eat me?
Like out of game, I honestly don't know how he will react to a little boy walking up on the boat.
But you'll be back.
I plan on it.
I don't.
I show him like my hand, my arm.
He just kind of looks at it.
I say, listen.
Ew.
I say, listen. I've been through a lot, and and it's like my face. I've been through a lot, and I've always came back.
You promised.
Yes. And I don't know if I need to roll deception on that, or
No, you've helped. You've made another connection with him. The whole Dark Lady thing.
yeah.
He gets up. He gives you a hug.
Aw.
He says, "Don't forget me."
I won't.
And he squeezes you, and he opens the door, and he walks back in.
What I said to them, I've never had to make choices like that before. Now my heart's melting. Maybe I'm starting to feel what love is.
You're like the Grinch.
I know. Maybe I'm starting to feel what love is.
So you're gonna go back to the stag, get you some sleep.
Yeah.
You head out first thing in the morning.
Yep.